Some people say, I don't believe in past life regression therapy because I don't believe in past lives. That is perfectly fine. Whether or not you believe in reincarnation, it's a spiritual issue, and you can discuss it with your rabbi or your priest. I, as a clinician, am interested in helping people to overcome their challenges, to alleviate their pain. And my experience shows that past life regression works very well. Not only my experience, there are many practitioners that do past life regression. Most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, discovering some traumatic experience in the past life that is somehow connected with some pain or distress in the present life releases the pain. That is, after hypnosis, a person stops having symptoms, and that's what counts. I remember seeing a young man, 30-year-old man, married with 2 children, absolutely could not go to sleep on his own. If he would have to go to sleep and his wife is not ready to go to sleep, she would have to sit next to him so he could fall asleep. And he remembered when he was a child, as long as he could remember himself, his mother or his father would have to sit next to him. He absolutely was terrified to fall asleep on his own. And we could not relate to anything that happened to him in this present life. So I did past life regression. What we discovered was that he was a sailor in a submarine, US submarine, during the World War II. And he described it going to sleep. He was off duty and he went to sleep, and then suddenly he was woken up by loud sound, and he saw water quickly going up in his cabin, and next he saw himself being outside of the submarine and saw himself in the submarine, his body going down, the submarine sinking to the bottom. After hypnosis, his symptoms disappeared. He was able to go to sleep on his own. Another experience I remember, a young woman who had big issues with eating, and also from very childhood was afraid to enter park. Anytime she saw a lot of trees, she would be terrified, and for sure she would not go into a forest. As I hypnotized her, we discovered that she was a man, some in the 17th or 16th century, in a village, very hungry, and he attempted to steal food and was caught by villagers who beat him badly with sticks and then stripped him naked and sent him away. And he had nothing, no clothes, no food, and he's going through the town all by himself. It's dark. He wanders into a forest. He's exhausted. He's very hungry. He slides down against the trunk of a tree, and he's cold. He falls asleep, and apparently he dies. And after the experience, the woman no longer had problems with eating. That is, the problem slowly subsided, and she had absolutely no fear going into the forest. I don't know how to explain why visiting some event in the past would alleviate the problems. And some, of course, those who don't believe in reincarnation say, well, maybe it's some kind of a subconscious fantasy that a person encounters. That's perfectly fine, as long as a person, after going through this experience, feels better. That's what counts.